Perillos of Athens is currently inside a Bronze Bull. It is getting warm, and he is just now realizing his revolutionary product has a small design flaw. It works exactly as advertised. Welcome to the Department of Bad Ideas, where good engineering goes to make terrible life choices. In the next 6 minutes, I'm going to show you the paradox of a man who did not invent cruelty. He just tried to rebrand it and became its first customer. If you have ever tried to impress your boss by over-engineering something simple, this is your origin story. To understand Perillos, you have to understand his client. Phalaris was the tyrant of Akragas in Sicily around 560 BC. He was not looking for new ways to kill people. He already had a working system. Criminals were thrown off cliffs. It was efficient, it was boring, and it did not leave a memorable impression on visitors. It lacked theater. Perillos was not a sadist. He was worse. He was a proper entrepreneur, proactive, visionary, disruptive, all the modern words we now use for a man who builds a solution before checking if there is a problem. He was a bronze worker from Athens with a portfolio problem who traveled to Sicily to find a patron. And every freelancer knows you do not get hired by saying you can do the same thing cheaper. You get hired by saying you can do the same thing, but now it is artisanal, scalable, and has better acoustics. So he did not pitch a new execution, he pitched an upgrade. He designed a hollow bull, life-size, cast entirely in bronze. A small door on the side, big enough for a person. You put the condemned inside, you close the door, you light a fire underneath. That part is just a very expensive oven. But Perillos, because every consultant adds a feature nobody asked for, added a system of bronze tubes and whistles inside the head. The idea was simple and deeply stupid. The screams would travel through the pipes and come out of the nostrils as a distorted, mournful bellow, like the bull itself was alive. He did not just build a furnace, he built a speaker system with a human battery. That is not sadism. That is product design without a single meeting with ethics. And here is the nasty part. He thought this was a good selling point. He walked into the court of a man who already kills people for a living and said, "I can make your killing sound better." Imagine pitching that. It is like walking into a company that fires people by email and offering to fire them by musical. That is the kind of logic that makes me want to file his resume under cautionary tales. Phalaris listened. Phalaris was a tyrant, not an idiot. He understood branding. A bull that bellows while it burns is more frightening than a man pushed off a cliff. It is memorable. It is a message. So he said the two words every freelancer dreads and loves in equal measure. Show me how it works. Perillos, blinded by the possibility of a royal commission, had a very reasonable idea. He would demonstrate. He would get inside the bull himself and shout, so Phalaris could hear how the acoustic system turns a human voice into a bull's bellow. That is the exact moment where intelligence stops protecting you from stupidity. He calculated the thermal conductivity of bronze, the airflow of the pipes, the aesthetic impact of a bellowing statue. He forgot to calculate the personality of his client. Phalaris closed the door and lit the fire. This was not a rehearsal. This was quality control. Perillos discovered, in real time, that his product met all specifications. His screams did indeed come out as a convincing, low, bronze bellow. The system worked. He just never asked who the first user would be. He built a machine so efficient at processing people that he forgot he was people too. Phalaris did pull him out before he died. Not out of mercy. He did not want a corpse rotting inside his brand new art installation. He pulled him out, and then to avoid paying the invoice, he threw him off the very same cliff he had found so boring before. He did not just cancel the project, he deleted the developer. If you are currently polishing a perfectly useless optimization at work, that will one day require you to climb inside it and demonstrate you know where to confess. The comments are the new bull, cooler, but equally judgmental. This is the warning. The bull did not fail. It worked exactly as designed, and that is what makes this story disgusting. Not that the invention was brutal. Brutal is easy. It was brilliant enough to work. Once cruelty gets optimized, it stops looking like evil. It starts looking like management. If you build systems for the wrong people, the machine does not care whether you are the inventor. It only cares who is next. So when your next brilliant idea starts heating up from the inside, are you going to step out or are you going to demonstrate?